Hey guys, welcome to our first episode of Nutrition Talk Tuesday. Today I'm going to start a three-part series on vitamins. I get lots and lots and lots of questions on vitamins. I have the first three parts planned, and if I need to add additional sessions, I can over the coming weeks. But I want to start with vitamins today. So essentially, vitamins fall into two categories. We have water-soluble and fat-soluble vitamins. And to date, there are 13 different vitamins, each with its own special role in the body. So we're going to start with our water-soluble vitamins today. So the water-soluble vitamins are the B vitamins of thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, vitamin B6, folate, vitamin B12, pantothenic acid, and biotin, and also vitamin C. Now, with these vitamins, the water-soluble vitamins are distributed into the water-filled compartments of the body, including the fluid that surrounds the spinal cord. The body then excretes the excess water-soluble vitamins if the blood levels rise too high. So as a result, these vitamins rarely ever reach toxic levels in the body. So that's not to say, however, that we can't cause some problems, at least in some people. So it's always best to have your labs done every 6 months in the first 2 years, and then at least once a year after that, just to ensure that your levels are good. So we're going to break down, I'm going to talk a little bit about each of the different B vitamins first. So thiamine helps enzymes release energy from carbohydrates. It supports appetite. My dog. It supports appetite and the nervous system function. Riboflavin helps to release enzymes that release energy from carbs, fat, and proteins, and promotes healthy skin and vision. Niacin helps the enzymes release energy from your nutrients, and it also promotes healthy skin, nerves, and the digestive system. Vitamin B6 helps with protein and fat metabolism. It also forms antibodies and red blood cells, so really good in helping us fight disease and infection. Folate helps with red blood cell formation, with protein metabolism, and with new cell division. So really important for regenerating, especially after surgery. Vitamin B12 helps to maintain nerve cells, helps with red blood cell formation. It also helps with the synthesis of genetic material. Pantothenic acid is a coenzyme in energy metabolism, so it helps with energy. And biotin is a coenzyme in energy metabolism as well, and also helps with fat synthesis. Biotin also is the one that we are told to take to help with hair, regrowth. I know that when I had my surgery at about 3 months post-op, my hair started falling out. And you guys know, especially those of you that have been with me for a while, you've seen the transitions in my hair. But I mean, I just naturally had hair enough for 3 people, and I still do. But during, from that 3-month point till about a year and 3 months, so almost a year, my hair was falling out in literal, like, hamster-sized clumps in the shower. And it was quite disconcerting. So I lost about half of my hair. I ended up cutting it really short at one point and did all kinds of crazy things. But the one thing that I did was, starting at 6 weeks post-op, I took 10,000 mcgs of biotin daily. And so by the 6-month point, my hair had started growing back. And so when I went in, it's like, yes, it's falling out. But when I got my hair cut, my hairdresser was like, oh my gosh, you have like a 1/2 inch of growth all over your head. So it's been almost a month since I got my hair colored. So, just to give you guys an example of, how hair can grow in people. So I had my hair colored about a month ago, 3 days shy of a month. And I already have almost a 1/2 inch of growth all over my head, some where you can see the color has changed. And it was all the way down to the roots in the beginning. So hair does grow relatively fast as long as all of your vitamins and all of your nutrition is there. Now, there are factors that will change things a bit. Maybe just genetically your hair doesn't grow as fast, or maybe you have other medical conditions, age, menopause. I mean, there's all kinds of things that can affect it. But when the stars align, That's my daughter calling. I thought I had it turned off. Harry Potter's calling. Um, but when the stars all align and everything works, then hair should grow approximately 1/4 to a half an inch a month. The final vitamin, water soluble vitamin, is vitamin C, and vitamin C is responsible for the synthesis of collagen, for antioxidants, and it strengthens resistance to infection and helps you absorb iron. I've also had some recent questions about iron, so I'm going to add that to the list so that we can talk about iron later. But without vitamin C, the body's ability to absorb iron is greatly reduced. So we need to make sure that we're getting adequate vitamin C. So your chief roles of the water-soluble vitamins. For dietary intake, the excess intake usually is detected and excreted by the kidneys. So again, there's really no risk of overdoing the water-soluble vitamins. The body stores only a short-term supply. So with little storage, then daily vitamin intake of the water soluble vitamins is recommended. Again, your bariatric vitamins. This is why they're so critical. Deficiency symptoms will develop and appear relatively quickly. So if you are deficient and you're having your labs done every 6 months, it's going to show up. Toxicity, again, it's just really hard to have toxic levels unless you have another medical condition that would counteract. So this is why you always want to have your labs and talk over the results with your doctor. And guys, I honestly, this isn't one of those things that I also recommend that your primary care physician do your labs and not your bariatric surgeon. Your primary care physician knows all of your medical needs. So you want whoever knows you best to do your labs. You can always tell them you need the bariatric panel so that they'll pull all the right all the right results. The ASMBS, the American Society of Metabolic and Bariatric Surgery, puts out guidelines of what needs to be monitored. And so, they can get that list. If you need it, I also have it, so I can get that to you. But, there are things that your normal primary care physician, the person who monitors your overall health on a daily, yearly, monthly basis, however often you see them, though that's the person who needs to know what's going on nutritionally in your body, because they will be able to help you most. Your bariatric surgeon really only knows you from a weight loss snapshot. They don't really know the overall, your overall health. So absorption and transportation, the water soluble vitamins are very easily absorbed into the blood, and they travel freely throughout the body. They do dissolve in water. They are less stable in food handling and processing. So making sure that you store them properly, making sure that, they talk about don't overcook your foods, especially those foods that contain lots of vitamins like vegetables, because we can leach out all of the nutrients and then some of them get lost, especially if you're like boiling and then not consuming the liquid. So I would rather you steam your vegetables as opposed to boil them, because you're not going to lose as much nutrition. And then as far as roles in the body, most of the V vitamins share all similar roles. We talked about, in the different things that they do, helping to promote, healthy skin, nails, forming antibodies, new cell division, so they all share some very similar roles. However, vitamin C can serve many different roles, from the synthesis of collagen to, helping with absorb iron to resistance to infection. So it can be kind of all over the map. Okay, so water soluble vitamins, I will post a handout that goes along with this talk that goes through the bullet points so that you guys have that. And if you want to put it in a binder and print it out, it will be in the files. It'll be a PDF called Nutrition Talk Tuesday, Vitamins Part 1. And I will see you guys next time with our next video session. Talk to you later. Bye.